Welcome back to Cynthia's crafting room. I wanted to show you where we're at on the stairs. I don't know if you can see that. Some of this styrofoam you cannot use regular spray paint. So like the house foam that I bought, it's okay. But some of these pieces that I was given, see how it ate through the foam? I don't know if you can see that. Right there's a good place where you can see where it ate through the foam. So I've used some of this softer foam. It cuts with the hot wire tool real easy, man, but they do have spray paint that will work with the styrofoam, but it's a little bit more expensive, and I don't have any, so I got regular. So I just wanted to show you what I've been messing with. Like I said, some of this stuff is all new to me. Okay, so what I did to get this is I used my regular paints. This is burnt umber, but I used black. And I got me a spray bottle. You don't have to use a spray bottle. You can use a paintbrush. But you use more. It depends on how dark you want it. Okay? How much paint you use. And then you mix it with water. And that's how I achieved this. I didn't want it real dark. And then after the black dried, I went over it and dry brushed it with gray. With a, let's see, with a granite gray. And I'm fixing to show you some dry brushing. I also put a little bit of green on here because I'm going to put some moss on here, what looks like moss. So I was pretty pleased the way this has turned out so far. Okay, so now we're working on Dracula's. I just painted this so it's still wet. I wanted this a little bit darker, so I used more black in with the water mix. Okay, and then we're going to do some other coloring in here. A little bit of red, yellow, some browns, to try to give this more of a rock look. Okay? And again, I'm just learning a bunch of this stuff myself. So I've got a little bit of barn red mixed up in a, got my fan on over there. And this is watered down paint too. I'm going to use a little bit of that granite gray. Just put it on whatever you use for a palette. I'm going to put a little bit on my brush and use it on cardboard's really good for absorbing the moisture out of it, because we don't want a whole bunch on here. I'm going to do the steps. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Kind of gives it a kind of an aging. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of this gray on some of these rocks. I'm just using up the rest of the gray, getting rid of it. Really doesn't matter on the very top because we're going to have some moss and stuff up there. Just kind of however you want it. Like I keep my wet wipes close by. My black paint is not completely dry. I kind of wanted it to mix in a little bit. I think we're going to use a little bit more. Let's try some ripe tomato. That almost looks a kind of a pink color. Oh, I forgot to use my cardboard here. And I'm not cleaning my brush because I just want some of this color in. Like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect. We're just doing this for fun. And if there's something you don't like, you got it too dark, you can go back over it with something else in a little bit. Now let's do some yellow. We won't want, but we will not want very much. I also got some yellow that I mixed up in the spray with some water. Made of water, a wash. Just here and there, wherever you want it. Now we'll try a little bit of brown, burnt umber. Got to dab it on my cardboard there, that's okay. Try to get this other side over here. Now after this dries, we'll probably go back over, especially the steps, with a little bit more gray. This is a little bit more yellow. This is a wash. I got some water here. I think we'll try some. I just picked out some colors. I've never used a bunch of these colors, so I'm just using random colors. Just going to squeeze me some in here. And I don't want it real yellow. When you shake this up, you can use this in a bowl. It doesn't have to be a squirt bottle. You can mix it up in your palette or a little bowl. Or I just got these for 98 cents, 95 cents. There's kind of where we're at so far. It'll look a whole lot different when we get some moss and stuff on it. We're going to let this dry and see what we got for a little while. Catch you later.